Hey everyone, Magic Man Scott 40k here. Gonna be talking about Endless Space 2. I'm gonna be focusing on the newest DLC, Awakening. This will be the final DLC video in the guide series. I'll be talking about the Nakalim, which is a new major faction, and the Academy, which is kind of a major faction. They can fight. They can take land, you can talk to them. You can basically do everything you can to a major faction, but you can't control them. So yeah, this will be a guide video, 2025. From what I understand, the Academy has went through a lot of changes. Many changes. So maybe this more newer, updated guide will be different. Now after playing Awakening, it's the same price as the other ones, but I do think it's by far the smallest. It adds 2 things to the game. The Academy is pretty cool. It changes depending on who you're playing as. If you're playing as it really depends on what faction you're playing as, but the Academy has different rewards depending on who you are, and usually the rewards fit your gameplay, so that's nice. The only issue of Awakening is you have to find the Academy, which is pretty difficult, and also you have to be in the top 4 players, which can be difficult. So, and you do have to unlock treaties, so you have to unlock the Academy, so it's a lot of work. The Nakalim have a 3-star difficulty, but after playing them, I think they're not that hard. They're pretty, I don't know, they're not too bad. Pretty easy. They have a lot to talk about, but the gameplay is pretty much the same as everyone else's. There's gonna be a lot of stuff happening when you're not looking, but other than that, the gameplay is pretty much the same. So if you know the basics of the game, it's not too bad. I do have a recording of me winning. If I go to my saves, I just finished playing as I just won as Unfallen. That's what this is here. I was trying out Unfallen. I played them before, but I wanted a reminder. So this is me winning as Unfallen, 8-player, with all the DLCs on. That was pretty cool. And here's my Nakalim victory. And I'm not sure if I'm maxed out, but I think I'm close. I'm pretty close to maxed out. So I don't recommend Nakalim to beginners, because their main weakness is their starting planet. Their starting planet is pretty much garbage. So, and that's their main, I would say that's their main weakness. It's not listed in the strengths and weaknesses, but when we get to that part, you'll see the numbers, and you'll see what I mean. Now, Nakalim is more of a snowball faction. If you let these guys live for too long, they can really snowball and win. Now, if you guys don't know what the Nakalim are, they're basically space Egyptians. Vultures were space Vikings, and Hisho are like space samurai. So now we have space mummies, Egyptians. So that's pretty cool. One thing I want to say about Nakalim is they're a religious faction. So before it was just Wadani, and now we have 2 religious factions, if that's your thing. And yeah, I guess we'll get started on the guide. I think what we're going to do is show you like the first couple turns, and then I'll skip to this turn 200 and show you what they look like maxed out. I did play them once, so I'm not like an expert or anything. But when I won, I got a trophy saying only 4%, or not 4%, 0.4% of players achieved this trophy, and that's Steam. So I'm one of the 0% players who won as Nakalim. Now for Academy, I did kind of turn them off because the problem with the Academy is just the damage. The damage is... the numbers are too big to say out loud. They're not. They have crazy high numbers, like 500,000. So these numbers are too big. Like that's the biggest problem I have with them. And apparently this is after they were fixed. So I'm not sure what they were before. But I do kind of have the Academy turned off. It's still, you can still talk to them, but they won't do all that crazy stuff. So I will hit new game, and I'll tell you how the Academy worked before I turned them off, so you get an idea. So the Academy, honestly, not that fun, but the Nakalim are pretty fun. Alright, so for the Academy, it's here. They have two, these lines right here. This line here and this line here. They're both for the Academy DLC. And as you can see, I put them all the way to the left, which is basically turned off. I don't have them completely turned off, but they're basically turned off. And that's because that whole damage thing was too much. Nakalim. Nakalim is more of a snowball faction, so you really have to plan ahead. But if you're good at planning ahead, it works out. So you can see here,
the Nakalim are eager to forge our future.
You can see here they're religious, so that's pretty cool. If you're a fan of Vidani, they're kind of like Vidani, so that's pretty cool. So the Nakalim and Vidani are actually enemies. So the Nakalim worship the Lost, which are these robot gods, and the Vidani uses the Lost as like a battery, and that's kind of a heretic thing to do. So the Vidani went around finding the Lost, which are these gods, and turning them into batteries, and the Nakalim made churches to the Lost. So these guys don't like each other. The Nakalim and the Vidani, they really don't like each other. And the reason the Academy is in this DLC is because the Academy worships the Lost too. So they're both Lost worshippers, if that makes sense. And yeah, I'm not sure if there's much more I can say. I think I'll just get straight into gameplay. They're a religious faction, which means you can fight pretty much at any time. But their military is honestly not that great, from my experience. They can fight at any time, but their military is kind of eh. Maybe I've played them wrong. Maybe I'm not that good at them. But to me, they're not that great. Military, like fighting wise. Now, I do think Nakalim can snowball harder than pretty much any other faction. So if you keep these guys alive for a while, they can snowball extremely hard. So I'll go ahead and start the gameplay, and I'll show you the first couple turns. When it comes to like planets and everything, they're normal. So when it comes to planets and expanding, nothing special there. They do prefer deserts.
The royal family.
I'm gonna skip the movie because it's just them waking up after who knows how many years. So there's a lot of pop-ups. Sorry, I'll just get past these. The Nakalim start out with the map unlocked. So if I zoom out, you can see the map's unlocked, which is pretty strong, but they're terrible at repopulating. So like, you can see here, I can quickly, turn 1, I can quickly grab this planet, but it's gonna be empty for a long time. I can't fill the planet with people. So that's kind of the, that's what evens out Nakalim. They can quickly take this planet turn 1, but to fill it with people, it's gonna take a long time. A long time. Let me go ahead and talk about the home planet, and this is their major weakness, and then I'll talk about their strengths. So I do have the map unlocked, and I also have the academy unlocked, and the academy is kind of the main, it's kind of your win condition. The academy is basically your win condition. Now the academy is shared with everyone. It's not the academy is not a Nakalim thing, but it is shared with everyone. So the academy is unlocked, which is here, and it's random every time. So you can see there the academy is dead center in the map. If you look at the map right here, they're in the dead center, which is probably the worst place to live, because I think there's a black hole here. But whatever. If I know galaxy science, there should be like a black hole here. But anyways, there's the academy, dead center of the map. And again, top 4 players can enter the academy. So the first 4 players to get into the center of the map unlock the academy. Now, if you're the other 4 players, you can spend money to kick the other 4 players out. It's kind of like Mario Party, to be honest. Mario Party had that exact same thing, where you pay money to kick someone out of a reward. So it kind of has like, the academy is kind of like Mario Party, if you ever played it. Now I do think the Nakalim is really fun, but the academy is kind of a pain. Again, you have to unlock it and find it. So I'm going to show you the home planet, and this isn't a weakness on their list, but I can show you that it's a pretty big weakness. So they do like deserts, and deserts aren't that bad. Deserts are actually fine. They're one of the better planets out there. But you can see here, we have 5 production, 20 industry. Basically all these numbers here are pretty low. 6 politics is actually pretty good. So our politics is a lot higher than average. So this will make passing laws, we can use a star to pass laws. So passing laws as Nakalim, pretty easy. Now, pacifists are the faction. If you want to pass laws, you gotta be a pacifist. Those guys gain stars like crazy. They can gain like 50 stars every turn. So we do start out with stars, but we're not like a star faction. Let me go ahead and get rid of these pop-ups. None of these really matter. Okay, so yeah, none of those really matter. Because in order to control these, let's say an asteroid belt, in order to control an asteroid belt, you still need your influence to cover it. This blue circle here, this blue circle has to cover the asteroid belt to claim it. So as of right now, all these special nodes, like this one here, and this black hole here, I can't control it until my border gets bigger. But Nakalim are actually pretty good at expanding their borders, so this is pretty easy for you. So let me go ahead and talk about the strengths and weaknesses. and it's a list. So let me go ahead and read this list off to you. Now again, they snowball very hard, so this list doesn't really, it's not very accurate. Okay, so Nakalim, I guess we should talk about that. Nakalim, they have +2 resources to everything if they're happy, and they have +2 politics, which is more than United Empire. So I would say Nakalim, right off the bat, are stronger than United Empire with just this alone. So that's pretty good. And they also have this faction that was created by the Lost. So both of these factions are created by the Lost gods that went extinct. And then this guy here has +4 money on happy and +1 food. +1 food forever. But the +4 money depends on how happy you are. So for happiness, I don't even think we are happy, right? No, we're not even happy. It says content right here. So all these bonuses are turned off right now. We're gonna have to be really happy. And war, you get a penalty for going to war. So if you go to war, this will drop down to maybe 40%. And because we want happiness for these to activate, we're gonna have to avoid certain laws. We're gonna have to avoid laws like this one here. This is -20 happiness. So for them to be happy, we're gonna have to avoid a good chunk of the laws if we do want these bonuses. So yeah, they prefer desert planets. Deserts are pretty good, so that's not a bad thing. And when it comes to planets, there's not much to talk about. They're pretty normal. They do have a special mechanic where if you see their faction symbol, I'm not sure if their faction symbol is here. Oh, right here. So this is their faction symbol, which looks like an E. And they have a special mechanic where if there's an E next to your... You see how it says Garo? If there's an E right here, that's a special mechanic where it's a tomb world. And your goal is to capture that planet and awaken the tomb. Because you are an Egyptian. You're like space Egyptians. So there are tombs spread out for the map. Basically ancient dead guys. And you can bring them back to life. And this will give you a major resource. This will give you a major amount of resources, and it's definitely worth it. So we're going to be on the lookout for planets with our symbol on them. Now sometimes they're close by, sometimes they're on the other side of the map, so it really depends on luck. Okay, last empire. Let's see. Last empire. Okay, so basically what this is saying is this down here, and what they're talking about is this here. Or wait, there we go. What they're talking about is this here, Temple to the Lost. So what this does is this quickly expands your borders, which is good because people can't control land inside your circle. So anything inside your circle is guaranteed to be yours. And what this does is if you build enough of these do cost relics. So I can't afford this right now, 'cause I do have a relic, but I don't want to spend it right now. I don't want to spend it turn 1. So these do cost relics to unlock. And if we have enough of these, Temple to the Lost, you can unlock this bottom bar down here. And this bottom bar here is pretty important. It gives you like permanent upgrades. And that's why Nakalim snowball pretty hard. Once you get these bottom upgrades, you pretty much win. Now, these do require a lot of Temple to the Lost, and they all require a relic. So it's not an easy thing to do. Beliefs, not breakthroughs. Basically, this is all just one big negative. So it's just a giant list of negatives. What this is saying is really your only source of science. It comes from relics. So if we go back to here, this costs a relic, and basically this is our only source of science. Now there is other ways of getting science, like this card. This card here gives us science. So you see there it says +5, but normally it's +10. So this card right here is cut in half. So basically our only real source of getting science is through relics. So if you're playing Nakalim, you have to do the relic mechanic. Slumbering Ruins, that's what I talked about the Tomb Worlds. If you find a planet with your logo on it, you get a massive resource bonus. Well-founded says the map's revealed. Now this sounds broken, but because it takes forever for Nakalim to do anything, this is actually not that great. This says it takes a long time to colonize. So colonizing with Nakalim is not great. What this says is if we say there's a planet we don't like. Say we find a planet we don't like, we can just give it to the Academy. And if we give it to the Academy, we get rewards. And that's basically your win condition. So your win condition is this here, which is relics. And your other win condition is basically the Academy. Other than that, they play normally. I still don't recommend this faction for beginners, because you start out with 5 food, and it's pretty much impossible to do anything. So if I were to colonize right now, not only would it take longer because of that penalty, it would also, because of the 5 food, you need high amount of food to expand. That's just the basics of the game. You need food to expand. So not only would this take longer to colonize than anyone else, just filling it with people would take a very long time. And also, when you first expand, they start out at 50% happiness. If I were to take that planet right now, they would have 50% happiness, which means this wouldn't activate the +2 resources to everything. Once we get this happiness higher, we will be stronger than, let's say, the United Empire. So if we play our cards right, we can quickly become stronger than the United Empire. So that's pretty good. We do have a decent industry. So what we could do is work on our ships, our spaceships. So you can see here we got we actually have 4 ships at the start of the game instead of 2. So we got our explorer, our colonizer, our fighter, and our protector. So that's pretty good. Now the main goal of the protector is to get science and to take planets. But because we have so many penalties, this ship here is kind of useless. The main goal of this ship is to get science and take planets, but we're really bad at it. Okay. And honestly, that's pretty much all you need to know for Nakalim. I will show you the relic mechanic. The relic mechanic is a big deal. I'll show you how to get relics and how to spend them. Alright, so I think from now on, I'll just do some gameplay. I'll show you some gameplay to show you how they work. And basically, when it comes to Nakalim, nothing matters except for relics and planets with our logo on it. Planets with our logo on it don't get the colony penalty. So we're really on the lookout for planets with our logo on it. Alright, I think I'm just going to do some gameplay. Whatever happens, happens. Maybe something crazy happens. Maybe, I don't know. But basically, they do snowball very hard. Alright. I'm just gonna play. I'll do a couple turns and then yeah. Oh, the reason we start out with 4 ships instead of 2 is because our science is basically done. So if I click on this button here, our science, you can see here that's pretty much maxed out. So this right here takes about 30 turns to unlock, and we have this turn 1. So right now we're about 30 turns ahead of everyone, which is pretty big deal. So these 3 here take about, what, 15 turns? So we're about, I would say we're about, I think we're about 50 turns ahead at the start of the game, because it's going to take people 50 turns to get all this. So that's pretty good. See that? We got all that at the start of the game. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not sure what to recommend when it comes to science. Our main weakness is population. So I think I would focus on all the population, anything with population on it. That's what I would focus on. And so one thing I would get is, oh, we already have it. I was going to say, we're going to need this to find our relics. But we already have that at the start of the game. Because we're so bad at colonizing, the rest of this doesn't really matter. Maybe this one here. This one here is pretty good. This one here lets you space travel faster. The rest of these don't really matter. And yeah, pretty much none of these matter, to be honest with you. Yeah, when it comes to Nakalim, none of these matter. So I don't know what to recommend you when it comes to science. So for this here, you can just grab whatever you want. I don't really have. Our main weakness is food. If we can fix that, we're good to go. Basically, that's our only weakness. If we can fix that, we'll be good. Alright, I'm not gonna colonize right away because 1, it'll take forever, and 2, I don't want to lose a ship. Losing a ship is kind of a big deal. These ships cost these ships cost money in industry, so I don't want to throw away a ship, if that makes sense. So I think at the start of the game, so I think it might be easier to just skip our starting planet. I think what would be easier is to just go here and then drag everyone over here, if that makes sense. I think what I'm going to do is grab this planet here, then drag everyone over, because our starting planet is garbage, and this planet here is actually better. So I think I'm just going to do that. I'm going to grab this and just drag everyone over, if that makes sense. And that should fix our early game. Once the relic mechanic shows up, I think I'll end the intro, because I think I told you everything you need to know to get started. Really, that's it for the Nakalim. The relic mechanic and the academy mechanic. I guess we'll just get our curiosities. And I don't know what to do after that. Yeah. We don't really need our colonizer, so I guess we'll just get rid of it. Yeah, we'll just get rid of our colonizer for now. It's actually useless. We can't unlock anything. This is 80 churns, this is 80 churns, that's 80 churns. So as of right now, I'm just gonna skip science. I'm actually just gonna skip our science right now because we need relics. Once we get our relics going, we can do stuff. Once the relic part of the game starts, that's when we really snowball. Okay, we have a attacker hero, so let's go ahead and trick him out. I'm gonna go like all speed. And really, we don't have a military, so this will be my main fighter. So let's just go all... I'm gonna keep the weapons on. Normally I take the weapons off, but because we don't really have a fighter... Okay. And that'll be our turn 1, pretty easy. Oh, I forgot to buy something. We can buy... I totally forgot to buy something. We can buy this. Our industry's not great, so it's gonna take forever for us to do anything. Oh yeah, hacking. For hacking, we'll just do this. And is there a minor faction we can hack? This will take like 50 turns to hack, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. I think we do have talking unlocked at the start of the game. Pretty sure we have talking unlocked, right? Yeah, so we have talking unlocked. So once we get our politics higher, we can go ahead and talk to them. And I should have activated, what was it? I can go ahead and activate this. I really want our happiness to be higher, so we get our that plus 2% bonus. Now the rest of the gameplay is going to be random, so I will try my best to play Nakalim, but the rest of this will be random. Now, like I said, I could colonize, but because of all these penalties, I don't think I will. One thing about colonizing is you lose all your food. So let's say I colonize right here. My food would go from 5 to 0. So if I colonize here, I would just straight up have 0 food, which I don't want. I guess I will hack this minor faction because there's nothing else to do. 4 curiosities, that's pretty easy. We also get a relic. Once we get a relic, we can start getting those temples up. It's really important to get our temples of the lost going. Food improvements. Those food improvements are going to take forever with our industry. So I think rise up. I think this quest here will be easier. This planet here has like 5 curiosities, so we're already almost there. Now Tomb Worlds don't unlock until later on, so it's gonna be a while for our Tomb Worlds show up. Oh, this is a Tomb World right here. Okay, so you see how that has our logo next to it? So the planets with our logo on them don't have that penalty. I'm still... Sorry. I'm still gonna wait until... I think what I'm going to do is actually get off this planet here, because I think this water planet is actually better. So what I'm going to do is actually take all these guys off. Yeah, I think this water planet is actually better. And we also get ore. So yeah, I'm going to ditch our starting planet because it's just so bad. It's hard to explain how bad it is. So once we get our food going, then I'll get this temple. So temples are a big deal. So to me, this is a lot more attractive than, let's say, this. This has 5 planets, but no temple. This has 4 planets, but a temple. And I want the temple a lot, because it gives you a huge resource boost. So the temple is a lot more tempting than anything else I'm looking at. And we do start out with space travel, so we could go here at the start of the game. We can go anywhere we want. I guess I will hack that minor faction because there's nothing else to do. So let me go ahead and hack the minor faction. And relics are going to be our only source of science. So we really need these relics to pop up. And getting these relics are really easy. The academy will also help you with this. So getting these relics should be a piece of cake. Okay. I'm just gonna wait here and collect all the curiosities. Now I'm not gonna talk about the curiosities because it'll be different from game to game. Okay. We can also fly here, I guess. This is another tomb world. I'm gonna get all the tomb worlds first. We could sell our rocks. We don't need rocks at the start of the game. So that is something we can do. We can just sell our extra rocks. Do we have selling unlocked? We do. So we can go ahead and just sell this. This is 81 each. So I think I'm just gonna sell these. We really don't need these at the start of the game. So I went from 200 to 1,000. So that's pretty good. And I do have buyout, right? Yeah, I do have buyout. So I'm just gonna go ahead and buy this out. That will save a couple turns. And we can also talk to the pirates if they show up. So that's pretty good. We can go ahead and just talk to the pirates. I'm really just waiting for the relics to show up. Once we get these relics to show up, we'll be fine. Once we get these relics, all our resources will skyrocket. So that's the only thing I'm waiting for. There we go. And again, I'm not going to explain the basics of the game. And really, because this is a random map, I'm not going to explain every little thing. Okay. There we go. There's a relic. Oh my god, it took 9 turns. Okay, this is a relic. Any ship can grab this. And we need this to do anything. So that is high priority. And these relics can be anywhere on the map. So let me just check real quick. Because it's gonna take us like 10 turns to go from here to here. Yeah, it's gonna take us like 10 turns or more to go from here to here. So I want a closer relic. We do need those ASAP. That's kind of our gimmick. So Nakalim, you have to get pretty comfortable with space travel. There we go, we got a relic. We're gonna go ahead and spend that on a temple. Assign a hero to Gano. I don't know which one's Gano. Oh, Gano's our starting planet. We should have heroes unlocked, right? This one here. Okay, so we do have heroes unlocked. So our next hero is not for a while. But we do have free heroes unlocked. So we will get those soon. Once we get our food going, we can go ahead and okay, 27 food. I think I will go ahead and grab this Tomb World, and I'll explain how that works. This should give us a massive boost to everything once we get it. Now that Tomb World is going to cost us a lot of gold, so that's the only problem. Okay. I have pretty much my map done. I have 200 stars, so we can go ahead and talk to these guys. So I can use my stars. I can start spending them. Once I get this Tomb World, I'll show you the huge boost in resources. And we do have a relic, so let's go ahead and spend that. We need a ton of these temples to play the game. So let's just go ahead and get our temples going. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess I'll do that one. We do have buyout unlocked, so let's go ahead and buy out these upgrades. Now I do think buying these upgrades is fair, because Nakalim is just so slow at the start of the game. They're just so incredibly slow that I do think buying the stuff out is fair. Alright, we're gonna need a ton of food upgrades. Just all of them. And once we get our food upgrades going, we'll be okay, I guess. Oh yeah, that law should give us happiness, right? Actually, we can't even do this quest. We only get signs from relics. So I'm pretty sure we can't even do this quest. That law did give us happiness, right? Okay, so you see that? We have 114 happiness, and that should activate the +2 resources. Yeah. So this +2 bonus should activate now. It didn't activate turn 1, but now it should be active. We might be able to go ahead and get rid of the law. No, I'll keep the law for a while. So now we can do this Tomb World. Or actually, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, you want to click the fancy one. The fancy one will... This is the fancy one is the one you want to click on. This is your Tomb World button. So let's go ahead and activate that. This will give us a huge resource boost. And once we get 2 or 3 Tomb Worlds, we should be good to go. There we go. And it's colonized. So we just got around that -25, the colonizing, by getting a Tomb World. We can skip that penalty. We also start out happy because of the law. So our happiness should activate. That +2 resources to everything should activate now that we're happy. We have a lot of happiness. I guess it's just from I'm not sure where our happiness is coming from. But 109%, that's pretty good. So yeah, we should have a +2% to everything. You can see here, we have 171 food, 128 industry, 97 dust, 57 science. Now again, our only source of science is actually the relic. So the science here is wrong. We're actually getting 0 science. You see here, we're actually getting 0 science. So this 57 here is wrong. and 37 stars. So you can see here we got a massive resource boost. And this is basically what you want to do as Nakalim. So any planet with this logo, that's the one you want. That will skip the colonizing process. So if we were to colonize this planet here, not only would it drain all our food, it would also take forever. Okay. Even with 128 industry, this is still 5 turns? Really? I thought of this much industry, this would be like 2 turns. Alright. Oh yeah, we start out with all the specializations unlocked. So we can go ahead and do that if we want. But eventually we will replace these specializations with the Temple of the Lost, because we need these temples to unlock our permanent boost down here on the screen here. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna need many Temple of the Lost, and really I'm just waiting for a relic to pop up that's not a mile away. Once these relics pop up, we can actually do stuff. I guess we'll go ahead and farm these pirates. We should have increased damage from our research. Yeah, this research here should give us bonus damage. So our damage should be good. And we also have a combat hero, so our damage should be fine. Oh, interesting. I kept my colonizer. But I don't need it, so I guess I'll go ahead and grab this. 14 turns. So this also has our logo on it, so we can instantly grab it. So our science is going to be turned off until we get more relics. Or actually, it says we have 5. I don't know how we got 5 so far. If we have 5, I guess we can do stuff. So let's go ahead and make more temples. These temples are a big deal. And we can go ahead and buy out these upgrades. Speed it up a little bit. Speed the game up. And because we have 5 relics, we might as well just spend them. Go ahead and spend our relics. Hopefully the pirates don't kill our planet. That would suck. I think we do have enough money income to pay them off. So, and we can hack them too. We can hack the pirates. Hacking the pirates is an option. Really, once we get over that food bump, we should be alright. Once you get past the 5 food start, once you get your 5 food up to like 20 food, you should be okay. And really, the rest of the gameplay will be normal. So I don't know what else there to talk about. I think pretty soon I'll end the guide because I don't know what else to talk about. But basically, you want to spend your relics, but they are your only source of science. So it says here we have 5, so we should be getting okay science per turn. I still won't unlock anything until we have a lot of relics. We need a lot more relics than this to unlock anything. So basically we can't unlock anything at the start of the game, but as you can see here, we're 50 turns ahead, so it doesn't really matter. As you can see, our early game is not the best. It's turn 15, and we have 2 ships, and we have 2 planets. So our early game is not ideal. Still no relics. I don't know why aren't. Where are these relics at? So you see these relics here. This one here. You can see this relic here. There should be like 5 of them. I'm not sure what's going on. There should be like 5 relics on the map for us to collect. And to collect the relic, you hit this button here, so that's pretty easy. I don't think I need to explain that, but you click on this button when you're over here. Now you only need 1 ship to collect this, and let's say you have a whole army. If you send your whole army to collect this, your whole army will collect it. So when you collect relics, you really want to do it with 1 ship. You don't want to do it with an army. If you do it with an army, it really cripples you. So when you do get relics, make sure you do it 1 at a time. These really should be everywhere on the map. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe bad luck or something. We can also get this tomb world once we reach it. And you can see this massive boost to our resources. 168, 153, all that. So that's pretty good. Once these buildings go up, I think I'll end the guide there. And I'll show you my churn 200 Nakalim. I'll show you how quickly they snowball. So yeah, I would say Nakalim is a very relic heavy faction. And I'm not gonna get this relic because our space travel, it would take forever. See, pirates are not an issue for us because of our upgraded ships. And once our guy hits level 5, we can complete the quest. So I really need this guy to hit level 5 sooner than later. So the quest is I need to assign a hero to this planet here, a level 5 hero. I'm going to use these pirates to level up quicker. Every time we fight, we should get experience. So that's the plan. And the pirates should get stronger and stronger over time. Now because we're killing the pirates to level up, I think talking to them is off the table. I don't think we can talk to them anymore because we are killing them. One thing to mention is we do start out with tanks. So taking a planet is pretty easy for us, but controlling it is hard. So it's better to just give it to the academy. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about the academy at all, did I? Whoops. That's kind of a big deal. I think that's it for Nakalim. If you do what I did, you'll be all right. And really, these green lines should be everywhere on the map. I don't know why they're being so picky. Yeah, I don't see any green lines. They should be like everywhere. Weird. And we can do this quest here pretty soon, right? That's cool. If we hack them, we can get that quest done instantly. Okay, cool. So you see how our start took forever, but now we're okay. That's basically how it works. So so our start was terrible, but we were able to manage. Okay, so here's a temple. We unlocked the temple. These are a big deal. You want to go ahead and build these when they unlock, and these temples will unlock your permanent bonuses, and these permanent bonuses are a big deal. Oh yeah, one thing I want to mention is if you do talk to the academy, you will also get relics. So maybe we should have talked to the academy earlier. There should be like an academy button, but maybe it's turned off because of my settings. It should be like a academy button. Okay, I can't talk to the academy right now, but with Nakalim you can. Once they unlock, do I not have it? Okay, maybe... No, wait. It's not that one. Which one is it? Oh, it's this one. Yeah, we have the academy unlocked. Weird. We should be able to talk to him. I think any time now we should be able to talk to him. We're just going to farm these pirates for experience. And then we can slap the hero onto our planet. And that'll finish the quest. And really, this is a fighter. So my plan is to slap our hero onto our planet to get the quest done. And then go back to fighting. I'd rather have this guy fight than be a planet guy. I think after a little bit of exploring, I'm just going to kill the pirates. And we should have tanks unlocked. Yeah, we have tanks unlocked. So let's go ahead and get some tanks going. Because why not, right? We have these unlocked. So we get that at the start of the game. Voting. So religious helps you out with war. And we're not at war. I think maybe ecology. Ecologists might actually be better. So let's actually do ecologist. And science, the only way to get science is through relics. So scientist actually does nothing. Let's actually, if we can, I want to switch to ecologist. Because that's a lot better than religious. Religious kind of sucks. Oh, we're scientists. Crap. I'd rather be, I really want to be ecologist, actually. Oh, did that unlock the academy? Okay, now the academy's unlocked. I think it's always turn 20 it unlocks. And we're gonna go ahead and see if we can bribe them. Oh, there's no bribing option. But so you have to be in the top 4 players to get your reward. So we're gonna try our best to stay into the top 4 so we can get all the academy awards. There we go. Okay, there's a relic. That one's like 2 turns away. That's what... Okay, I was like freaking out. Like, where is the relics at? They should be everywhere. Okay, we can get this quest done pretty easily. And get this minor faction. Getting a minor faction is a lot easier than colonizing. So we're not even going to bother with colonizing. We're just garbage at it. I'm going to send this guy to get this relic. And that should boost our science. I'm still going to turn this research off until we have a crap ton of relics. Because really there's no point in doing it right now. So I hacked the minor faction. I'm going to hit improve image. And really I can hack the pirates and maybe steal some money from them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and steal maybe from the pirates. You can also sabotage them. Let's see. So I can sabotage them and steal from them. Cool. Now we have 2 temples still lost. Great. I think in a couple turns here, we'll be alright. We'll be in an okay spot. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this, but Temples of the Lost boost your borders. So our borders should be crazy right now. Yeah, see that? So this is our borders right now. It's pretty big. And if I look over, is there another faction nearby? Okay. So this is what, like 2 inches? His border is 2 inches big. Our border, I would say, is 3 inches big. And I think it's growing, right? It's hard to explain, but Nakalims have big borders. Yeah, you see how quickly this is growing? And what it does, it allows us to see, we captured this asteroid belt. So now we have plus 50 industry. So having this border ability lets us capture asteroid belts and all that. So that's actually a really handy ability to have, this bigger border ability. It also counters our bad colonization, because once our borders reach over here, the opponent won't be able to colonize us. We can keep it forever.
The Empire.
So really, we don't have to worry about our planets getting stolen.
You lead well.
And if we do find a planet we don't want, we can give it to the Academy. Okay, you can have this colony, United Empire. There we go. So there's a relic, and these will spawn all over the place, and they will spawn for the rest of the game. So from the start of the game to the end of the game, these relics here will spawn over and over. And really, there should be relics everywhere. I know I said that a lot, but the first time I played Nakalim, they really were everywhere. Like, oh yeah, how far is our guy? Okay, we can get another tomb world here in a second. So I'm gonna get this tomb world and maybe end the guide there. But as you can see, I really don't think they're that difficult. But they kind of live or die based on relics. Their early game is not bad. But yeah, they really live or die based on relics. And once this guy hits level 5, we can get the quest done. So that's cool. Looks like we need more explorers to get these curiosities. We're gonna need a lot more explorers. We have 126 industry, so I guess we can go ahead and pump out these explorer guys. Let's go ahead and pump out these explorer guys, get the curiosities done. And once we get these curiosities done, we can focus on military or expansion. Once we have like 4 or 5 relics, I'll go ahead and hit the research button. I'll go ahead and research again. So as you can see, I haven't unlocked anything in 20 turns, but that should be okay. The other players should be catching up to me. We should still be ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the Tomb World button. Get the Tomb Worlds going. And this is very luck heavy. So I had no idea this was here. I had no idea this Tomb World was here. This was just all luck. And I want the planet with food. The first planet you really want food, and then after that you can pick whatever one you want. But really you should get the food planets first. That way you can expand. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the food planet, which is this one here. And it's still, I think this is still a desert. This is still considered a desert, which is what Nakalim like. So that works out. There we go. No Tomb World. Cool. This will make trading hard. If we get our trade going, let's get all these curiosities. This will make. Let's go ahead and speed this up. This will make trading very hard. Trade routes. For trade routes to work, you need to be connected. And right now, we're not very connected. As you can see here, we have kind of a weird map going on. So if we do unlock trading routes, it's going to be very awkward. And we should have this relic here soon. And this will give us a big boost to our science. Also, that hack finished, right? Oh no, we're hacking pirates. I was gonna say. There we go. And get all these curiosities. I'm just gonna skip through these. This is random. Just gonna skip through all that. Not very important, to be honest. We're gonna need a lot more explorers to get these curiosities. So we're gonna need to pump out. We're really gonna have to pump out these ships, these explorer ships, to get our curiosities going. Oh yeah, I should mention the Academy Awards. So the Academy Awards are all here, but it changes based on what faction you are. And it's based if you're top 4 or not. So if you're playing with 4 players, that doesn't matter. But if you're playing with more than 4 players, the whole top 4 thing is a big deal. Anyways, once we go to war, I can start giving the Academy planets. And this will boost our friendship. And I can spend our friendship on these rewards. So you can see all these rewards here. There you go. Now I could explain this, these rewards one by one. I could explain these rewards one by one, but that would take a while. But basically this is the Academy DLC. And so you got the Nakalim, which is a major faction. And then you have the Academy. And the Academy has spaceships. And they'll go around the map and kill stuff. They have like 1,000,000 damage. And they'll just kill everything on the map. So basically you want to avoid the Academy, because they'll kill everything. They're not very friendly. I want to go ahead and use this colonizer to get this relic, because we kind of live or die on relics. So we have a huge advantage at the start of the game, but if we don't get these relics, our advantage will be gone. And I think we do have enough relics to research something. So we can just research whatever. Yeah, I have no idea what to unlock. None of these really matter. No, none of these matter. I guess we'll get this one here. This will help out our trade routes if we ever do that. So this was 80 churns, and now it's 7. So that's a big improvement. So we started out the game with 0 science, and now we have, what is it, 900? So that's pretty good, right? We went from 0 science to 900. And we have 900 science at churn 28. So that's pretty good, right? Okay, this is the other tomb world. You can see there we have 187 food. So that's pretty good. And I think what I'll do is actually boost our population if we can. We have a lot of money, so we should be able to do that. So they need super spuds. So what I'm gonna do is go to the market, because we had the market turn 1, and we're gonna get some super spuds. There we go. They need 15. Oh, dang it. Okay, what does the other aliens need? Oh, we can activate it. Cool. So right now we have +2 resources, and if we click on this, now we have +4 resources. So if I go back to our tomb world, this should be a lot higher now. Our resources. See, so now instead of +2, we now have +4. So this should be a lot higher too, right? All these numbers should be higher because now we're +4 instead of +2. So that's another thing with Nakalim. You really want to hit this button here, because this will straight up give you double resources. So that's pretty good. We can just easily get double resources. And I think we have enough stars to pass a law. So let's check out our laws. This lowers the cost of buildings. This gives us speed. I think we'll get speed because we really need those relics, right? So now we have turn 28. We have really high speed. Our speed should like double. And really with Nakalim, I'm just gonna straight up ignore the other empire. I really don't need to interact with this other empire at all. So that's kind of the plan right now. Yeah, so I'm just gonna ignore the other empire entirely. And you can see here, there's a bunch of super spuds. And once I collect these, I can keep doing that +4 resource thing over and over again. And that should really boost our everything, really. So... okay, so these science upgrades here don't actually work on Nakalim. So don't click on these. These don't actually work. You can see here, we have 0 science income. So that upgrade does nothing. I'm not sure what to buy because there's not much going on. I guess we'll get more explorers. Really what you want is more relic. You want more people to get relics. Because you kind of live or die on relics.
You lead well, comrade.
Okay, the United Empire likes us. That's good. We do have alliances unlocked, I think. So we can go ahead and get our alliance going. So that's cool. And we just need to really spam out explorers. Really, any ship can get a relic. What we should do is probably get cloaking. What we could do, I think this is cloaking here. That's actually a good idea. We could put cloaking on our ships, and that way no one can see us, and we can get all the relics. So that's a plan we can do. And all the ships can get relics, so it doesn't really matter which ship you do it with. Do we have cloaking at the start of the game? That'd be pretty crazy. Oh, we do. We do have cloaking at the start of the game. That's pretty overpowered. So yeah. So what we could do is slap on cloaking, and that way the United Empire can't stop us from expanding, and these pirates can't stop us from expanding. So that's actually a pretty good idea. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep spamming out these explorer guys. But anyways, you really want these tomb worlds, because it skips all that bad stuff. And I think I'll just go ahead and hack the pirates. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and hack the pirates for now, and get steal from them. I'll steal their reward. Cool. I just stole 10 things from the pirates through that hack. If that makes sense. And really, I'm just on the lookout for relics, which I don't see. And that really hurts because we need relics to do anything. We need relics to unlock these permanent upgrades down here. And we don't have enough relics to unlock that. I'm gonna go ahead and get this ash planet. That sounds fine. And I don't know after that. Just keep getting all the food upgrades if you can. Now that our food is okay, I think we can grab this. Even with the colony penalty, even with our colony penalty, I think we can grab this and be alright. So what we could do is actually get more colonizers. And now that our food is 93. You see that? Our food is 93. So now we can colonize. So let's actually get rid of these explorers. And now what, turn 32? Turn 32 we can start expanding and colonizing. We have 3 out of 4. So we can go ahead and get one more planet. And we can go ahead and get this relic. This will give us another temple. And really, you just want to spend all your relics on temples, because these permanent boosts are a big deal. There we go. And see, that took 7 turns. That's not bad. And none of these really matter. What is this one again? I guess that one's pretty good. As a religious faction, I would say you want war and probably happiness. So I guess we'll go ahead and just grab all the happiness stuff. Yeah, let's just grab all the happiness stuff. And once we get this relic here, this should go from 8 churns to like 5 churns. So get this relic. And this should really cut this down. This churn number should cut down by a lot. Is our hero level 5 yet? Level 4. So I need one more level up. One more level up and we can get the main quest done. Cool. And yeah. So I'm guessing all the relics are on the other side of the map. That's just a guess. So I'm gonna have to go to the other side of the map. And yeah. I actually don't know what to buy. We really don't need any of this. Yeah, we don't really... I have no idea what to buy. I guess we can make a military. We have 1,000 manpower. So actually making a military right now will be alright. So I guess we'll make a military there. That'll be our military planet. And... okay, new hero. But they're not level 5. So that sucks. These are all overseers. They're all the same, so I guess it doesn't matter. I want to get that one. You can pick whatever hero you want. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on one of our newer planets. So... I guess, what is it, this one? I guess that one. There we go. And once our hero hits level 5, we can get the quest done. So, yeah. Get that, I guess. There's really nothing to do except for making military. So I guess we'll just go ham on military. Oh yeah, okay, we got another relic. So this timer here should go down by a lot now that we have a relic. And we can start spending them too. We can start spending them again. So as you can see here, we need a lot of these temples to unlock our permanent upgrades. So I actually have no idea what to buy. None of those help us at all. But yeah, we can start expanding. So that's good. And really, of our happiness, the over-colonization penalty should be whatever. So normally there's a over colonization penalty, but because we have 136 happiness, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So we can actually over colonize and be okay. So because the Tomb Worlds are very RNG, they're very luck heavy. These Tomb Worlds are very luck heavy, and because these relics are very luck heavy, really, I think that's it for advice. I think this is about as far as I can go when it comes to advice. From here on, you pretty much play the game normally. And we do have cloaking unlocked. So what we could do is maybe have this guy and turn him invisible. That's something we can do. Make this guy invisible, and he can go around the map and collect everything. And yeah, we could hack this guy and steal his money. So let's go ahead and do that. If you steal his money, he won't declare war on you. He'll just get a little mad. So we can't steal his money for basically free. He'll get a little mad, but not enough to worry about. And yeah, I think that's it when it comes to this guide. There's really not much I can talk about. When you go to war, every time you win, you just want to donate to the academy. And when you donate to the academy, you can get all these rewards here. And that's pretty much it for the starting guide. I'll go ahead and show you what they look like maxed out. There we go. And in this file here, I actually became friends with the academy, and I have all the rewards. So here you go. If I hit end turn here, the game will end. This is right before I won the game. So if I look here, what is it? I'm making 9,000 gold every turn. I got a bunch of science going. Well, really, all this should be 0 because you get science from relics. So really, our science should be like 0. We have 10,000 science per turn. That's pretty good. We have how many relics? 78. So we have 78 relics, and I do have all the bottom stuff unlocked through the temples. I got all the temples unlocked. So these are all permanent upgrades. You can also permanently upgrade your hero. So if I go to my hero, you'll notice that there's a permanent upgrade button, and this costs a relic. So basically Nakalim in a nutshell, they live and die off of relics. And really there should be relics everywhere. If I check my map, there should be a relic all over the place. There's one here, there's one here, there's one here, and there's one here. There's 4 of them right next to each other. There's another one here. And that's what I meant by they should be all over the place in my gameplay. You see how they're right next to each other? Yeah. So there's another one here too. So these relics will spawn over and over again forever. You can see my borders. My borders should be crazy big. So my planet is here. This is my home planet. And this is my border. See that? And my opponent can't capture anything inside my border. So this is my home planet. this has a bunch of temples to the lost inside it. And as you can see, it starts from here, it goes all the way over here, all the way over here. It's like half the map. My border is actually half the map. See that? Now this does cost relics, but it's pretty strong. I actually have a bigger border than United Empire. This is United Empire's gimmick, their borders. And Nakalim, as you can see here, I have half the map using my borders. And when your borders when your borders are here, there'll be this button here that lets you buy a planet for free. Once your borders touches someone else's planet, your opponent, there'll be a button here and you can just buy their planet using your borders. So having these big borders is actually kind of a weapon. You can use your borders as a weapon, if that makes sense. And yeah, so you can see my map control. Pretty big. And I guess that's it for the guide. So as you can see here,